Brandon in his sports car racing around the little corners or whatever, and he discusses with us how he's starring in a movie with Irv Gotti, and it's his first big role, like I told you guys before, and he's really excited about it. Brandon and Spencer get on FaceTime together, and they're talking about the fires and everything and how Brody stayed behind to protect his home. Brandon thinks that it was stupid, and Spencer says that it was risky. Next scene, Spencer and Heidi are in the bed with their son Gunnar, and to me it looks like these two need some very much needed vacation, alone time from this baby. Like, it's funny to me because, like, this is their first baby, so I definitely remember how it was when Nasia was a baby. You think you can't blink an eye, you think you can't go to sleep, you just worried about this little baby. But if y'all do not take a vacation soon, even if it's just like a weekend getaway, y'all are going to miss out. Y'all gonna let this baby run y'all, and y'all gonna be trying to find the spark when y'all are in your 40s, okay? So please. So the baby goes to sleep, and so Heidi and Spencer go downstairs and have a glass of wine, and that's their little alone time, which only lasted like 5 minutes, y'all, for real, before Heidi was like, oh, I gotta go back in here with Gunnar. So for Thanksgiving, so you know, this was filmed back in the fall, winter. So for Thanksgiving, everybody is planning to meet at Frankie's house for his Friendsgiving. It goes right into the next scene with Audrina and Misha. Misha didn't get the role that we discussed in other episodes for what she was auditioning for. She did not get that role, which I know she feels really upset about it. She's probably trying to keep a straight face, but I feel like it's a blow to her because, you know, she's trying to get back out there. But Misha, stick with it, girl. You gonna get something. Audrina talks to Misha about Justin Bobby, and she said that their last encounter was pretty much the meet and greet from hell. She talks about how she doesn't even know who Justin Bobby is anymore, and how she feels like Stephanie is really playing a part in how Justin Bobby is treating Audrina now. So basically, in so many words, she's calling him whipped. That's what I got from it. Audrina started crying in this scene, and she was just talking about how Justin Bobby is just not himself anymore, and how he didn't even fight for their friendship. Again, Audrina, let it go, girl. Let it go, please. I'm tired of you crying about this every damn episode. Like, it's ridiculous. Girl, if he is that whipped behind Stephanie, then you don't want nothing to do with him anyway. So then Misha tells her, so Audrina's like, girl, I don't know if I can go to Friendsgiving. I'm just so sad. Or whatever. And Misha was like, girl, no, you gotta go. And I was like, I like Misha. I really do. Like, that's the type of friend that Audrina needs. Like, girl, if you do not get yourself together and pop out, and don't be letting Justin Bobby think that he got something over you, or don't let anybody see you sweat. Like, I keep telling you this, Audrina. Shoot. Misha, I like that. Misha's a good friend. Everybody needs a friend like Misha. Okay, because she's not going to tell you what you want to hear. She's going to tell you what you need to hear. Brandon and Brody meet at Brody's house, and Brandon is getting a dog because he just feels like he needs something to take care of. He likes Ashley, the girl that I told y'all about from, like, what, the first episode or the second episode. So she is still being super aggressive with him, but he's feeling that. Brody invites Brandon to his mom's house for Thanksgiving just because Brandon hasn't spoken to his dad in a long time, almost a year. And so they had a moment where Brandon was just, you know, kind of talking about that and how I think family is important to him, but whatever him and his dad got going on, he misses the relationship. And so Brody doesn't want him to be alone, so he extends the invitation to him to come to his family's house for Thanksgiving, and Brandon accepts, and he's very excited about it. Brody finds out about how Stephanie responded about him fighting the fires when they went to Vegas, and he's not happy about it at all. Apparently, he snapped on her, went to some friend's house, and saw Stephanie there. He was intoxicated. He went off on her. I'll talk to y'all more about that in a little bit, but Brandon feels like it's just too much. Or was it Brandon? Somebody was talking about how it was too much with Spencer, his daddy issues, and then the fires, also his relationship with Caitlyn. It's just a lot on Brody. And I feel like Brody holds a lot in. So hopefully he can get some therapy. Justin and Stephanie are in this scene. And Justin Bobby shows up to Stephanie's house with this triangular bob, girl. He was doing it for the girls. And Stephanie was baking. So if you're a woman, then you already know what this means. But if you've never seen Clueless, or if you have, you remember what Cher said about a man coming over and a woman is baking. You know what that means. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it might not be the case, but I'm just throwing that out there. The other night at the party with the mutual friend of Stephanie and Justin Bobby and Brody is when Brody went off on Stephanie, like I just told y'all. And at this moment, I was like, Stephanie is such a backpedaler, because she knows exactly what she said at that dinner. She's probably hoping that it wasn't caught and that nobody heard her, but she was being very insensitive. I told y'all that. She was being very insensitive. If Brody chose to stay behind and protect his home and his friend's home from the fires, and that's just what it is. That's between Brody, his wife, and God. That don't have nothing to do with Stephanie. She didn't have to act like that. She was acting real stank. She was like, do we have to talk about these fires? Like the boy could have been out there dying. She don't know. And I get it. It's nothing that anybody could do about it. But the way she was acting, like, it was nasty. I didn't like it. So Spencer's mom is not coming to Thanksgiving due to a back injury. And Spencer's a little bit bummed about that because it was going to be Gunner's first Thanksgiving with his mom. But Spencer said that he understands it's not personal. So this is growth on Spencer's behalf. That's when Spencer pulled out that macaroni and cheese out of that container. And I was like, ew. And so then Stephanie ended up showing up a little bit later to Spencer and Heidi's house for Thanksgiving. The next scene was with Brody, his mom, and Brandon at Brody's mom's house for Thanksgiving, and that was a cute little scene. I enjoyed that scene. And then it just quickly went right back to Stephanie showing up to Spencer's house. I like that little sweater she had on. That was cute. I wrote down facelift, so I don't know. I just feel like Stephanie has some work done. She's giving me Pinocchio a little bit. Stephanie said that she was reluctant to tell Spencer about Brody and what happened at the party because she knows that they already have beef. But Stephanie is a shit stirrer, so of course she ends up saying something, which I feel like she should. Like, the way Brody came at her, yeah, let Spencer handle that. So Brody called Stephanie a stupid bitch. Spencer is like, I don't know if I believe this ever, but this is the time Spencer definitely needs to be believing it. So this is where we go into the Friendsgiving at Frankie's house. And Misha's there. Audrina is there. Misha is not on speaking terms with her family either. And she hasn't said quite why, but I think it has something to do with management issues with her mother. Mixing business with family is not good. And we find out that Brody's dad wasn't really around for his Thanksgivings. He was more so with the Kardashians. That's how him and Brandon kind of link, because both of them have those daddy issues, girl. So this is where Justin shows up to Frankie's house with Lindsay. And Lindsay got her titties all the way out. Like, I felt like this was so inappropriate on so many levels. Like, if you were going to bring somebody to the dinner to try to make Audrina mad, I would have said bring somebody with some class, because for me, it's always like, I'm not going to try to compete somewhere where I know, like, we're not even on the same playing fields, you know what I'm saying? So if you bring this trashy looking girl to the Thanksgiving, for me, that wouldn't have really done anything for me if I was Audrina. Now, had you brought someone that looked really, really good and wholesome and nice and something that looked a little bit better than Audrina, then yeah, you probably would have ruffled some feathers. So you playing the game wrong as usual, Justin Bobby. Tacky as hell. And Everybody was talking about the girl. So, and they weren't talking about her in a good way. It looked like she looked stupid, honestly. So that wasn't a good mood for Justin Bobby. She was pretty in the face. Like, the girl had an amazing body, but to show up to somebody's family's home with that on, like, it just wasn't, it wasn't good. Excuse me. Hold on. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Got the butter in my hair. Yeah, that just wasn't a good look in my opinion. So that's 0 points for Justin Bobby. So Spencer starts instigating, and Stephanie ends up going in the kitchen with Audrina. Like, Audrina got up several times, which, Audrina, sit your ass down. This is what gets on my nerves. Like, girl, I just want to whisper in your ear, like, something is wrong with you. You as a grown-ass woman, you still don't know how to... That's what I don't understand. It's starting to piss me off because, like, somebody needs to pull you to the side and show you, for real, like, sit your ass down, interact with the girl, like, throw them completely off. You doing the most obvious thing because you're uncomfortable. You keep running. Like, sit your behind down, okay? Anyway, though, she was in the kitchen, and so Stephanie ends up coming in the kitchen, and she's like, so, Justin... And Audrina's like, I know. Because Audrina pretty much, she bounces off of whatever the other person is saying. So she didn't know how Stephanie was about to try to play it. She's just like, I know, right? Thinking that Stephanie's like, so look, he came in here with that girl. No, Stephanie wants the mess. She wants all the smoke, girl. So... Stephanie tells Audrina, look, you started a nasty rumor about me. Everybody's looking at me crazy. Stephanie's upset about it, but I don't feel bad for Stephanie. I really don't. Like, you let it go that far. You let people have an assumption about what was going on, and you allowed yourself to get super duper close with Justin Bobby, and you shouldn't have, point blank period. Nobody's telling you that you couldn't be friends with him, but what y'all was doing was wrong, and he was using you like a puppet. Audrina was like, girl, no, I'm not apologizing to you. Like, there were plenty of signs that you guys could have been messing around, and neither one of y'all wanted to clear it up. She was like, at the end of it all, she was like, look, Stephanie, we are not friends at all. It's over. And Audrina, I'm so proud of you for this. Like, if I'm not proud of you about Justin Bobby, I'm proud of you for standing your ground with Stephanie. I wish you had that same energy with Justin Bobby, but a lot of times females don't. We don't, but I really was proud of you for that, girl. You stood up for yourself. Stephanie, you're just messy. You need help, Suge. You need help. Like, you really need help. You need to learn how to stop being seen out with people, ex-boyfriends and stuff, if they're supposedly your friends. You need help. You do. You have a lot of issues. You're messy. You have an attitude. And that's that. So... that is the recap for episode 7 of The Hills New Beginnings. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm sorry that this one was so late. I will not be doing that again. I will try my very best not to. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the link. Subscribe, like, share, comment. What are your thoughts on the season so far? I see you guys are viewing. So let me know your thoughts. And even if you don't agree with me, at least give me your opinion. And once again, thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.